everybody, and welcome to Grumpy Acres. So we're going to get into a product review, and I think it's going to, I hope that it's going to help a lot of people in small spaces and kind of show you what we're doing here, even if you're in large spaces. And make sure you stick around to the end, because there's a whole book on it, and we're going to share that with you. All right, let's get started. Welcome back to Grumpy Acres. Wanted to share a product review with you guys. I was talking with a neighbor this spring, and he was telling me about how he was going to plant his potatoes. And he started them in mineral buckets from the minerals for the livestock, for the cows, and brought those, put the potatoes in, and as they grew, he would just add dirt in. He would add dirt in, and that would get it to go higher and higher and add more and more potatoes. And I was like, okay, well, I remembered you doing something like that a while back ago. Maybe I ought to go ahead and try that too. And then he said, but hang on a minute. His wife found what's called a potato bag, and they come in sets of 3 for like $10, I think. She found them on Amazon. I know, Amazon, but honestly, I didn't see them anywhere else. So there might be a company out there. If you know, let me know. But the nice part about it is that it has this Velcro window in it, so you can harvest your potatoes just right out from underneath as you want them. And I thought, well, that's interesting that they would do that. How long are they expecting these potato plants to actually stay alive and keep reproducing? Because there were no clear instructions with it as far as that goes. So he had taken his in the spring, and they have handles here, and so he had his hung around his kitchen, I think is what he said, possibly maybe even his living room. And the potatoes that were in the containers were not doing as good as the potatoes that were in the house in the bag. Now, I mean, the way he talked, and yeah, there's fishtails, but he's not really that guy, so I believe him, and especially after what I see now, I definitely believe him. So the vines were just coming out everywhere, the plants, and so he knew that they were doing really, really well. So I thought, I'm going to go ahead and order some. I want a backup plan to a backup plan to the plan. And so I planted my potatoes in my garden, and then I did my backup plan, which was in the potato bags, and I did my backup plan, which was in the containers. So I'm going to show you all 3. I have to tell you, with the heat and the way everything did. Now, these were all outside. I've had them all outside together. So same timeline, same time frame. Same timeline, same time frame, and they should be equal. They're not. I'm really interested in why and how. So I'm going to do some more study on it. I think I'm going to keep them going, and since I know they work in the house and I've got the greenhouse, I'm going to keep them going in the greenhouse as well, and see if I can't just eat potatoes all through the year. So yeah, let's take a look. We'll talk we'll talk containers, gardening. We'll talk regular gardening. There's really no wrong way, right way. There's so many people that are back to Eden and anti-container and vice versa. And I think you just do what you can do. So if you're in an apartment, you got a balcony, your townhome, your small backyard, whatever, container garden may actually be a good option for you. So let me kind of show you what I did. I'll take you for a tour. So you can see I did the same method. I need to add soil to these. I ran out of soil, and everything's in short supply. So I've got 3 containers like that I need to get more soil in. And it's not going to hurt them with the soil they have in. I just want more potatoes if they're going to keep going for me. So these plants, these are doing pretty good. They've got some flowers coming on them already, and look great. These are doing even better. I've got blooms on those, and those are going good. And I also have these, and you can just see, I mean, I'm impressed. And you're going to figure out why here as soon as we get to the garden, and then I get over to the mineral buckets. Now, you can see here, I've got an N on mineral buckets. so he gives me what I want. So let's go see. We'll come back to this container. So right here, this is what I'm dealing with my potato garden. The heat came in, lack of rain, then too much rain, then a lot of heat, and literally it just burned up my potatoes. So these went in around St. Patty's Day. I think I was a week or two late. So they've been curing, so they're ready to come up. I'll get these dug up. I'll probably start tonight. Should have those out of the ground by tomorrow. So let's go look at the blue container. That's our noise culprit right there. And his little hen is the reason why. Because she's nosy. She wanders everywhere. Roger thinks he needs to call her back. Alright, so now we're over here in the blue containers, and so in 3 of these I went ahead and did sweet potatoes, and because I really like the backup to a backup idea, so I did sweet potatoes and these are doing amazing. And I do the same thing, I just keep adding more soil, so I'll have to make a trip to the city and go get soil. I think that's about only place I can find it is at the box store. Because I don't want to spend $1 million on soil. It's ridiculous. And the ground is, you say, well, you got all that acreage, go get it. Well, amending soil takes time. And I can get it stirred, but it's got to sit for a minute and get the manure and everything in there. I have to wait 21 days. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and get soil. But, it's not wasted because I will sterilize it and use it again next year. This blue container didn't do so hot. Weeds are the only thing that survived in there. So I just left that. Like I said, that soil's not wasted. So just went ahead, I'll throw some more soil in there and do something else with it. Tomato plants or something like that. So now let's get to the regular potatoes. Now these are the same type of potatoes that I have over in the potato bags. These were all done simultaneously, the garden, these, and the bags. And I've got brown leaves, as you can see here, and they're not as healthy. There's no flowers on them. So not bad. It's not bad. They're here, they're growing, so that's good, but potato bags just outperformed it. And then these potato plants, so only a few of those took, and but they're okay. They're doing fine. Not going to complain. One more empty soil container. Not sure why these containers didn't take. And same soil that everything else is in. And then these, they just seem kind of stunted, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what's going on there. So, and again, you'll see some brown leaves on there, things like that. So these absolutely survived in the containers, but the potato bag just outperformed. I'm loving the container idea for the sweet potatoes. Look at how beautiful that is. Man, I can't wait to get in there. Okay, so this is another container idea. If you have just a small area in your yard, you'll have to look for these yourself, or you can even make them. I think that's just some tin there, and then they're put together. This is for the strawberry bed. I would give you the name of the company, but I'm not too terribly impressed with them right now, and I don't want to recommend them for anything. So yeah, we'll just leave that at that. So here, these are the strawberries that survived that order, and King Kongs seem to be doing okay. Everybody got here late, so they got a very late start. So my they're supposed to come on. They're supposed to be June bearing, and some of mine are not bearing. Some are bearing very, very small berries, and it's all right. We'll take what we can get, and next year's a new year. I also have a cover for this to make like a greenhouse, so I'll keep these going for a little bit longer, see if I can't get them big and propagated. Right. So now, here's another option for a container, and this is also great for a patio. We have land, and I'm using, let's see if I can get that in there. No, not on my weeds. So what I did is on each tier, I did 2 or 3 of different type of vegetables on there. So I've got some yellow squash, which you can see is coming in very, very well. And I think I've got some zucchini in there. I've got watermelon in there. I've got beans in there. Just all kinds of stuff. There's herbs in there, and everybody seems to be doing okay. So I'm impressed with it. I like it, and I'll probably end up getting more. So we got the little support. My only complaint is this little support right here. If you can see it, the green snaps out. It's useful. I wish that it would have had more guidelines with it to just get a better idea. And my fault too. I should have paid attention to my tiers and where I snapped it and what I had going on. But that's what I have the bamboo sticking out for, because that bamboo, I'm just going to run my beans up that way, my pole beans, and so then no big deal. So anyway, there's more containers. I got peppers and tomatoes over there. And, oh yeah, in the potato bag, I had an extra tomato plant, and I thought, well, I had extra bags too. And I thought, well, let's check out and see what we can do with that. So I put a tomato plant in there, and yeah, not too bad. And it's big enough I can get a cage in there, so I'm kind of excited about that. So there you have it, container gardening at medium speed. So, you know, I'm not hating it. The blue containers, G and I took a drill and went up 3 to 4 inches and then put a hole in there on all the sides periodically so that the water can run out of it. If you don't put holes in there, your water's not going to drain out, and you're going to come to, you know, one heavy rain and everything's going to be flooded out. You don't want that. So make sure you put holes in that. Potato bags. The potato bags already have holes in them, so if you can see the rivets there, they already have holes on the sides and on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that. These are already ready to go. I like them. So those are past my inspection of them, my tryout, whatever that is. But I like them, so I'll continue to use them. Again, super excited to see what I can do with them through the winter and get an early start on things. So that would be great. Because you always notice that when it's not potato season, you always notice that the grocery stores, you know, a 5-pound bag of potatoes is $10, and it's ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, it's time to harvest potatoes, and then the prices will go down. I've already noticed corn going down. It was at 50 cents an ear of corn, now it's at 33. Still not what it was last year. So, you know, no big deal. We'll get corn. So I can wait for it. Doesn't matter to me. So it makes it more of a treat. And so that sweet corn tastes even better. And it's just better when you grow it anyway. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. The video's not very long, and hopefully I didn't bore you, but just wanted to give everybody some ideas on container gardening, because it is not too late. And the nice thing about container gardening is just like a household plant, right? If you have banana trees in the house, you can outside, inside, you know, bring everything back and forth. And you can do the same thing with your containers. So set them in front of a sliding glass door, set them in front of a window, whatever smokes your shorts. So, my dad used to say that. So whatever smokes your shorts, just go ahead and go with it and figure it out. There's several ways. I'm going to try some more with vertical gardening, and I like the green stock being made of vertical garden. If you go back into previous videos, I think you can see that we used a 55-gallon barrel, and then cut holes, took a heat gun, wine bottle, stretched out the holes, and got that going. So it's worked out good. I've got that all going. It's full of lettuce and kale for the sheep and goats. It's kind of my, well, first of all, the location of it. I wasn't happy with that, but G insisted that that's where it needed to go. If it wasn't for the location of it, it would be doing a lot better. But it's a sacrifice for the sheep and goats, I guess. So there you have it. But anyway, it's a nice shady spot, so I'll be able to replant in there. I was noticing earlier that some of that was starting to die off. It's getting hot. That's going to happen. So we'll let it get to the end of the end of summer, and we'll or see how the shade cover goes. And if the shade cover goes real well, I may try to plant mid to late August lettuce again and kind of see what I can get going there. So anyway, all right. Well, that's containers. Again, hope I didn't bore you. Hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll do, actually, hang on just a second. Okay, so one of the other things that I did, and this is a great idea for vertical gardening and container gardening, and it is vertical vegetables and fruit, and creating gardening techniques for growing up in small spaces. So I recommend this book. I found this at Tractor Supply in the fall. It was so after season, and I think it was on clearance for $4. So regular price, it says $16.95. So still not a bad investment to learn how to garden in small spaces. So there's all kinds of different things in here. Peas, I mean, just whatever you can think of, it's in here. And watermelon, three sisters, tomatoes, vertical vines. There's just all kinds of stuff, guys. This is a great book. So I recommend this book, especially if you're in a small space. So if you haven't started yet, grab this book, and maybe this will give you some ideas on where you can go with container and vertical gardening. So exciting. All right. I see if I can find some more of these, and if I can pick up some more for the price that I paid for them, maybe we'll try to give one or two away. So anyway, all right, have fun with it. And again, let's see, who's this? Who wrote this? Rhonda Masingham Hart. And so vertical vegetables and fruit. So yeah, okay, guys. All right, well, that's all from Grumpy Acres. Except for Roger, he needs to say goodbye. But that's all for now. Hope you guys have fun with it. Find the book. I think it'll help you out. And I hope that we gave you some ideas and did something for you here today. So until next time, guys, go live a life done free.
Thanks, Milo.